Child is like having a piece of your soul ripped away.
They don't know where she's at. I mean, the list, her name is not here.
Horrible day. It hurts a lot.
It's a hole in their heart that will never be filled.
It's just breaking my heart. It's just breaking my heart. I just didn't ever expect anything like that to happen here.
And we begin here on CBS 12 News this morning at 6 by taking a live look at the White House, where flags are at half staff after a horrific mass shooting at an elementary school in the small town of Uvalde, Texas. This morning, parents across the country are waking up with heavy hearts yet again following this shooting at Robb Elementary School, which is 90 minutes from San Antonio.
19 kids and 2 teachers were shot and killed just 2 days before the end of the school year.
19 kids, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th graders aged 7 to 11 were in the middle of lunchtime when this shooting happened. This latest shooting not only rocking Texas, but the entire country this morning. You are looking at the front covers of newspapers, from the San Antonio Express with the headline, "Horror in Uvalde," with the image of parents in anguish. The New York Times headline saying at least 19 children shot dead in school. And the Wall Street Journal with a devastating photo of a young girl crying.
You are looking at video here of families who are still at the reunification center waiting for answers, waiting to learn if their kids survived the shooting.
And this morning, we are getting the first photos of the victims. This is from our sister station in San Antonio, 10-year-old Xavier Lopez. He was in 4th grade. Eva Morales, she is the 4th grade teacher who was killed alongside her students.
Investigators identified the shooter as 18-year-old Salvador Ramos, a high school senior from Uvalde. They say a Border Patrol agent was working nearby when the shooting began. That agent rushed into the school where he shot and killed Ramos.
And investigators say he shot his grandmother before heading to the school with 2 military-style rifles that he purchased on his birthday. New photos coming in show the 2 AR-15 style rifles posted to an Instagram account that is reportedly connected to the shooter. This image was posted just 3 days ago.
And this shooting happened less than 2 weeks after 10 people were shot and killed at a supermarket in Buffalo, New York. President Biden addressed these tragedies yesterday, calling on gun control after returning to the White House from Japan.
As a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby? When in God's name we do what we all know in our gut needs to be done?
The president says it is time for common sense gun laws and warned lawmakers if they stand in the way, voters will not forget it.
We have team coverage on this shooting that is hitting close to home. Certainly this morning, Jay O'Brien standing by with the reaction from lawmakers.
But we start with Terry Hornstein live from Hope Sound Elementary School this morning. Terry, what extra security measures are schools in our area taking this morning?
Yeah, this morning here at Hope Sound Elementary School, there will be extra patrols as well as all of the public schools within the Martin County School District. So we did hear from the sheriff yesterday, William Snyder, who says there will not only be those school resource officers, but there will also be plainclothes officers as well as community resource officers and their road patrol all at the schools within the Martin County School District. Snyder says this is as an extra precaution to put parents' minds at ease as well. In Okeechobee County, the assistant superintendent there says they will be on heightened alert as the school day gets started. In Indian River County, the district also says they have their school resource officers ready to go. They also encourage anyone who sees anything suspicious to download the Fortify FL app to send in any anonymous tips. In Boca, the police department there says they will have extra patrols at all of the city schools in addition to school board police. And the districts also say, they also tell us they will have mental health professionals on campus today at hand for students who might be struggling with this. We did reach out to the Palm Beach County School District to find out what they have to say, what they plan on doing today. As soon as we hear back, of course, we'll let you know. But Matt and Sam, you know, this is just days from the end of the school year.
All right, Terry, thank you. And our team coverage continues now with Jay at the live desk with reaction coming in from lawmakers this morning.
You know, Jay, you hate to see this be a day where the partisan politics plays out, but of course, that's what we're seeing.
Well, it does and it doesn't, right? And when we show you these responses, you'll probably get a sense of it. But a lot of Americans are still reeling from that shooting in Uvalde. I want to take a look, as we said, at some of the lawmakers from Texas and in Florida and what they're saying this morning. Here is Texas Governor Greg Abbott, obviously monitoring the situation, the governor of that state. One of the first things he posted was Texans are grieving for the victims of this senseless crime and the community of Uvalde. We've obviously heard from Governor Abbott much more over the last few hours, but this was one of the first things that came out. He's been the one releasing, frankly, a lot of information about this shooting, particularly in the early hours. Here's Beto O'Rourke. He's running against Greg Abbott for the governor, for the office of governor in Texas. He's a Democrat. And he tweets, the moment to stop Uvalde was right after Sandy Hook, was right after Santa Fe, which was another shooting in Texas, was right after El Paso, another mass shooting in Texas. I want to go now to Rick Scott, senator from Florida. He says, Ann and I are heartbroken to hear about the horrific shooting at Robb Elementary. No student should ever be afraid to go to school. The violence must end. Now, worth pointing out here, we have not heard from Florida Senator Marco Rubio yet. Nothing on Facebook, nothing on Twitter. But we are hearing from his opponent, Congresswoman Val Demings, who's running against Rubio as a Democrat. She tweeted this. Let's let it load here. And here's the part I want to quote. Every parent in America should be mad as hell that the senators of the greatest country in the world have chosen not to do a damn thing about innocent people gunned down in innocent places. That's from Congresswoman Val Demings running against Marco Rubio for Senate. So there are a lot of people still reacting this morning. There was a lot more to go through, but one of the things you are already seeing just hours after the shooting are strong pushes for gun legislation, particularly from Democrats. But unless something changes in the calculus of Congress, that's unlikely to happen right now. Matt and Sam.
NJ, this latest shooting hits close to the parents who lost their kids at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. That happened in Parkland, of course, 4 years ago. A lot of them weighing in on Twitter. Andrew Pollack, whose daughter Meadow died in the Parkland school shooting, tweeted, quote, we should have fixed it after Columbine. We should have fixed it after Sandy Hook. We should have fixed it after Parkland. I am devastated for the entire community of Uvalde. Ryan Petty, who lost his daughter Elena, says, quote, I'll never forget the lamentably named Family Reunification Center after Parkland. I can only describe it as excruciating. We're also hearing from Max Schachter, who has become a national school safety advocate after his son Alex died in the shooting. He tells us it's upsetting Congress has not done anything to prevent these mass shootings.
All of these individuals do not just snap. They all exhibit red flags ahead of time. We know that if we enact and learn the lessons from Parkland, we can save lives.
Just days ago, he met with lawmakers in D.C. hoping to get 2 bills passed. One was named in honor of his son that would fund and look for solutions to stop violence in public schools. The other will expand the U.S. Secret Service National Threat Assessment Center to help identify people who would pose a threat to themselves or others.
This shooting brings back memories from Newtown, Connecticut, when a 20-year-old gunman targeted Sandy Hook Elementary School. 20 first graders and 6 adults lost their lives that day. The gunman then took his own life. This December will mark 10 years since that tragedy. The shooting is considered the deadliest mass shooting at an elementary school in modern U.S. history. So far, there have been 212 mass shootings this year. That's according to the Gun Violence Archive. Those are all the red dots you see on this map right here. Based on this research, at least 140 kids 11 and younger have died in these shootings.
Certainly feeling, parents having to make some tough decisions about whether, what to say to their kids. This morning, there's only 2 days left in Palm Beach County schools, and many parents maybe even thinking about not sending their kids to school for the rest of the school year. And certainly our mental health experts are Palm Beach County schools, the other districts have done a lot since not just Parkland, but also the pandemic to have more staffing to help with mental health. And they're going to be certainly put to the test here in the last couple days of school.
Yeah, like Terry mentioned, they've made it clear that they are there, those resources and those counselors for students and staff members who may need them right now. Yeah, we are going to have a lot more here on this shooting in Texas coming up. We also want to show you this, a classroom full of kindergartners finding their zen.
I also do like meditation and yoga because I do find that the kids enjoy it and it's healthy for them.
We're coming up in a special report. Not everyone thinks that is a good use of class time, meditation. How the battle of social emotional learning in our classrooms may just be heating up.
Plus, Martin County residents in a continuous fight with Mother Nature. We'll take a look at whether their new drainage system could ease flooding concerns ahead of hurricane season.
And we're going to be checking in with meteorologist Lauren Oleski, taking a look outside, warming up already. Going to be another hot and humid one. Our forecast coming up next. You're watching CBS 12 News This Morning, the one to turn to.